Hey everybody, welcome back to Paws and Claws, the lost tales of Pugmire. I'm Jess. I will be your guide, and we are so happy to have you back for another wonderful episode with curious cats, faithful dogs, and a very mysterious bearded dragon. Without much further ado, let us meet these wonderful critters, starting by welcoming back Honey and Dice. Honey, tell us about your kitty.
Hello, everybody. I am Honey and Dice, or Honey, or that person with the long name. And I play Miss Eartha Kitty, the magnificent minister of music.
We are also welcoming back Lynn. Lynn, tell us all about your dog.
Hi, everybody. I am Lynn, and I play a shepherd who is just trying her best, Baguette corgi.
Cameron, who left us unexpectedly early last week. Welcome back. Tell us about your cat.
Yeah, hi, I'm Cameron Blair, and I play Jean-Pierre a very revolutionary cat.
Omega, tell us about your kitty.
Hi. I am Marius. No, I'm not. I am Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard, and I play the inebriated hot mess, Marius Vanat. Yes, that's me.
And lastly, but never leastly, Alan, tell us about your lizard.
Hello, I am Alan C. Johnson, and I am playing Erasmus Warren's child, the nice, innocent lizard that follows around Marius.
And as you all know, or if you're new to us, you might not know, in Pugmire, we have a bowl that has 3 cookies in it. They are called fortune, and you may take a bowl or you may take a fortune from the bowl to re-roll a die. Dogs must ask to take one, cats to do it automatically. We haven't quite decided what lizards do, but for one extra fortune in that bowl, who wants to tell us what happened previously on Paws and Claws?
You going, Alan?
I'm considering it because
Do it, because
I'm
I
looking
didn't
at my
write it
notes.
down. I didn't
Excellent, good.
I know what happened for the most part, but let's see what he says.
All right, so let me actually pull up my notes here because that's the one thing I forgot to open. There we go, fantastic. So anyway, yes, last time on Paws and Claws, we had just left our little party at the diner in the aftermath of Eartha's party, which went sideways very quickly after a surprise appearance from Jean-Pierre. Everyone else went out and went back home to get a good night's sleep. However, Marius, Erasmus, and JP all decided to head back home on their own. JP split up from the other two, but kept to the rooftops, keeping them in sight, while we made for Marius's home, away from his actual home. There was a quick side detour at a gambling house of ill repute where we saw our good friend Michael Mouse. After they dropped Marius back off at the house, Erasmus went back and roughed him up a bit. And in the aftermath of that, JP went and picked him up a bit with talk of revolution and the bastards that he was working for. Erasmus split up from Marius to go back and report to the house, while Marius had a bit of a time by himself. A lot of a time, actually. And by the time Erasmus got back after speaking with his mother, Marius was out in the street, drunk, and having a full-fledged breakdown. Yeah, that's kind of all I got to say about that one, because it was a lot. But we ushered him back to the house to get some well-deserved sleep, and I believe that's where we left off. I probably missed something, but that's the gist of it.
I'll put some details in there. What Alan refused to say is that he didn't just rough up said mouse. Said mouse was tired and just wanted to take a little break before he went back to Trinity. Dynastis Mao, and Erasmus was like, yes or no, did you return the information? And he was like, maybe. Well, bam, into the table and dragged him outside. And let him go because he was going to do the job himself. That's when JP swooped in and recruited him to the Claw of the Common Cat, because all lizards are bastards apparently right now. And basically he also wanted to get JP used that situation to get some information for himself, which was who did you speak to? And he was told Trillion. Whoever Trillion is a question. And Erasmus also going to Marius's mother's place as they were, in the wee bits of mourning. Basically asked, when is Marius going to give up the charade? Did not want to use that name. And kind of hinted at getting him back as soon as possible, because there's the brewing war, and the heir does not need to be out and about drinking. At the same time, with the disappearance of JP, rip. Marius's panic attack came from a plethora of things. Most importantly, the fact that he has to potentially go back to home and take up the duties that his father had before him, and with his father dead, and amongst other things, he's not ready for that responsibility, and had a full-blown panic attack because of it. Mixed with drinking, so bad news bears. But yeah, went to bed. JP probably went to bed, and all is well, ish.
It's all good.
I still give that fortune to Alan. I just detailed the workout.
No one's gonna use it anyway. It doesn't matter.
No one's gonna. We never do.
It's a gesture, but it's appreciated.
So yeah, Alan, are you gonna put that in the bowl, or will you keep it for yourself? Do lizards act more like cats or like dogs?
This fortune's staying with my cold, grimy paws for the time being. Let's see if it ever sees the light of.
So sad. The only one who has to ask for permission is Baguette.
I mean, she would anyway.
This is true.
So
it's fitting for her character.
All right. So I'm assuming Jean-Pierre went home after passing on information to Michael Mouse.
Oui.
Okay. So, with Marius and Erasmus at Marius's small apartment, Jean-Pierre with his crew, and Eartha and Baguette at Eartha's home, you all awaken on a stormy morning. There is thunder. It's loud, wet rain.
nice.
Seeing Honey make that face.
Okay. Well, I mean, Baguette's going to get up and do what she does wherever she's at. She's still got her routine, so she's feeling maybe not as super confident as she normally would, but, she's ready to start the day.
Okay. And today was the day that you were going to meet with Sandy Von Rex, correct?
Or he was going to find her.
We have a meeting in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I will say on that note, unfortunately for Marius, Erasmus is going to make a point of getting up relatively early, despite how late they were out last night, and first getting himself cleaned up and then making sure Marius gets up. We're not sleeping.
Yeah, he is just face down in the bed, mostly the migraine of migraines induced by libations is because again he typically doesn't really get, he always skirts the edge of tipsy and drunk. Like he serves up just a bit and drinks just to that edge, so he's always in that state of no, he went too hard last night. No.
If need be, this is a full-on pancake stuck to a hot griddle, peeling it off the bed like, Now, we must make a good showing, up and early, washed up and ready to go.
But my bed.
We'll still be here upon our return.
Okay. Quite literally, probably either Erasmus is dragging him out, or he does something on the ground, slowly like rolling towards the steps.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna get ready to go.
Morning.
It's relatable.
Right. Yeah, he'll probably, what happens is, surprisingly, he doesn't mind water. He'll go to like where the shower or whatever is, literally just like gets in there, don't look at me, and make sure clothes off, just like the warmest, hottest water ever to wake him up.
Yep.
And he's still very wet as he goes outside because it's fucking wet now. It's like, I'm good. Oh God, okay. But yeah, he's up and slowly dragging behind Erasmus wherever they're going.
Yeah, and you said it's storming?
Yes.
Okay, like raining, storming, like heavily?
Like raining, storming, heavily. Rain
Okay.
isn't that odd in the monarchies, like it, or in Mao in particular. It's relatively common to rain here, but this is a pretty bad storm, even for Mao.
Right. He does not have an umbrella then. He just has a larger hat than the one he had before. Large enough of a brim to hide his munchkin cat under it on his shoulder. So.
Okay.
I should have an umbrella. I'm not using it. I definitely passed right by it as I looked like, oh no.
It's bracing. It'll wake you up.
Yeah.
Jean-Pierre, how do you have I mean, I know that you live in like a small little area, but how insulated is it? Do you have like a nice roof?
Oh, yeah, Jean-Pierre has the little hideout with Harrow and Emile, but typically does go back to his orphan roots and finds a roof that has a crook in it, and usually just sleeps up there with a heavy blanket over to protect from the rain, and gets up and moves on.
Okay. So I'm guessing you are up very early in the morning.
Always.
Okay. So where do you go when you first wake up in this storm?
I think of. Did we discuss a place where we would meet for?
Well, I think the assumption was that since we were either going to meet them or they were going to find Baguette, we were probably going to convene where Eartha was.
Yeah, so Jean-Pierre will go to where he knows Eartha to be.
Okay. How early are you getting there? Are you waiting until you think Eartha would be awake, or are you going to wake her up?
Oh, I just sit on the roof next door and looking through the windows. Yeah.
So,
just wait, kind of like find another crook and just like in a V shape, waiting, just comfy, probably snacking on some bread that he swiped from some manor or something.
Okay.
Just imagine Eartha coming down to the kitchen and just out from the window, you just hear, "You're out of coffee." It's like, oh!
So Eartha, how do you start your morning or early afternoon? When do you wake up? What do you do?
Eartha is normally up early, but if people know it or not, because she's got to get her stuff in order. But it is raining and it is storming, and she really, really did not miss that aspect of the monarchies. So she has been in bed, but just sprawled comfortably in that her normal fashionable sprawl, a tray of something up there resting on the bed, something warm to drink as she stares out the window, as if her glare could make the rain stop. She's got on fashionable robe with the fur trimmings, and it's long, and she's just sitting there, but she's fully groomed, like she's done her fur and everything already, and she just hits that lean and just very delicately but viciously is beheading the kippers that are on her plate. She does 1 kipper, 2 kipper, 3 kipper, 4 kipper, almost to like the pattern, the pit pat of the rain. Like there's a beat that she's keeping with the rain. And she dices these kippers and stares out the window. But yeah, that's where she is.
Okay.
I think out of everyone, JP would know she doesn't sleep in. But she has not come downstairs. She is.
So, I will say Jean-Pierre and Erasmus, because you are probably the 2 folks most likely to notice. Give me a notice check.
Okay, fair enough.
It's so funny. Sorry, this is funny to me. Because you're right. Okay.
I don't think you would be paying attention to this.
Nope.
16.
Okay.
16 on the die, which comes out to whatever the hell that is. I'm proficient. 23.
Nice. Okay. So I'm going to say, Jean-Pierre, you hear something odd through the rain. And you see a very familiar cat and bearded dragon approaching Eartha's house. But that's not what you hear. You hear kind of scraping, scrabbling, and it's something you wouldn't normally hear from Eartha's house. Erasmus, from your angle, since you were actually kind of on that side of the house, as we have determined by the rolls now,
fair enough.
you see through this heavy rain a cat in leathers, looking very bedraggled, climbing up a trellis up the side of the house.
Hey Google, what's a trellis again? Right.
It's that,
good.
yeah.
Google got my back. It's okay. That wasn't a joke. Just climbing up the trellis on the side of the house, yeah?
They see what climbing up?
A bedraggled cat.
Cat in leathers. I'm assuming I don't recognize this cat.
It's hard to tell because of the rain.
How far up are they? Like, really? Like, are they already pretty high up? Or are they only like 7-8 feet, whatever, off the ground?
So they're like approaching the second story from below.
Okay, how...
Like they're about to climb onto a balcony.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can just... Because we're coming up on the house, then we can see this on the side of the house, right?
You can see what?
We can see this is on the side of the house, right?
Yep.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to turn and look at Marius and just give him a pat on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me for a moment." And I'm going to step off towards that. I'm going to see if I can just jump up and grab this cat by the tail and pull him down.
That would be a mighty leap. Let's do it.
How high is the second story again?
I mean,
20
Eartha, you have
feet,
pretty tall
at least.
ceilings, right?
Yeah, that actually is pretty high. I don't think I have the acrobatics to like run up the wall and kickflip off of it. So,
The one who does is not doing that right now.
all right. I was gonna say, damn it, Cam, why didn't you see this?
I was talking about me, but you're right on Cameron.
Fair point.
You're right on Cameron. But
I mean, he can literally fly. So,
Oh yeah.
For now.
okay, if it's that high up, then I'm just gonna look at that. Still give Marius a pat on the shoulder, but then I'm gonna like quicken my pace to the door and just knock really fast, like.
There you go.
Just informing our host of something.
Okay.
Knock, 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 knock.
Eartha, tell me about the servants that you have. Did they answer your door? Did you just have them for the ball? Who answers your door?
She calls them roommates, but anyone who wants to work
Oh yeah.
around and help out in the house when she's there or not. She's got about two. She doesn't try to keep up with every single one of them. She knows who they are. She's got a notebook, but probably the people that helped out at the party so that they could sleep
Okay.
are still there. She's got rooms.
Say it's like a sleepover at that point.
Yeah. Okay, so I will say you see the door is opened by a somewhat sleep-eyed Persian cat, still wearing a party dress that it looks like she slept in. Hi, Katsanova.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to smile down at her, which is not a comfortable sight, with all my teeth. And just be like,
Hello?
"Good morning. Could you inform the lady of the house that there is someone climbing in through the second story window?"
What?
Okay, I'm just gonna push past her and go to the house.
What? Don't leave me.
Oh, come along, Marius. Miss Kitty.
Baguette, you could give me a notice check now.
Okay.
Keeps getting a higher octave. Miss Kitty.
Let's see. I have that's a 22.
Yeah, you can now both hear and see a bedraggled looking cat on your balcony.
Does Baguette recognize this cat?
You do. You recognize this cat as Sandy Von Rex.
Yeah, if like let him in. It's like get in here, get in here. Come on.
It's wet out. Hi. Oh, Morty Corgi's daughter. I didn't realize this was your room. And he'll like very damply bow, like just getting water all over.
Okay, you don't bow. Please, come on. If she's got any towels or anything available to her, she's going to get them for him and help him dry off.
Know if anybody was awake yet, and I was going to wait outside, but it's very rainy.
It is. Did you come a long way?
I came a wet way.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't take long. So, once he's dry, she'll find a place for him to sit,
Okay.
you know.
So Erasmus, you are walking through the house. Marius, are you right behind him?
Right behind, no. Behind, yes. And however, I do want to ask the lady of the house, who owns said house, would there be any like? I feel like she's the type of person who like is like let me prepare for any situation. Therefore, are there any like not necessarily water bottles, but any type of water around that's like easily attainable, not via a roommate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. Is it like in a cup or is it like a bottle? Like what would it
There's
be?
like pictures.
I
even
assume
better.
Eartha has a whole like hangover cure table already.
That's what I was just thinking. Yeah.
You see, he kind of stumbles in, kind of shakes himself off because it's rainy, looks over and goes, and stumbles over to the picture itself, grabs the picture, and then goes back with Erasmus as he starts to drink the water. So he cannot be as stumbly as he is right now. Yes, no glass, whole pitcher.
And Erasmus is calling for Eartha.
Yes, he's saying Miss Kitty as
Yeah.
Miss Kitty?
as he's going towards the steps. Like, either way, I'm going to get there first if she doesn't, and this is her house.
You just see her kind of materialize at the top of the stairs as she comes out her room, and she's holding a knife, and she's in a cup. She said, "There's a what in my where?"
Good morning, Miss Kitty. Marius.
Jean-Pierre, you would have seen them enter by this
Oh, yeah.
point.
Okay,
yeah.
then.
I was just gonna,
Jean-Pierre.
in case you, just to let you know.
Yeah, probably begins to fly and like finds Eartha's balcony and just lets himself in.
Yeah.
To Eartha's balcony.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one uses the door in this house.
Eartha's at the top of the stairs, like in all of her just fashionable glamour. Though the bathrobe is not bathrobe; it is a house robe. You know, long and it drags on the floor a little bit, and she's idly twirls the dagger as she just starts walking and pushing doors open as she goes.
Just gonna raise my finger and say, it was on the left side of the house, second story, whoever's room that might be.
No. Good morning, everyone. There's breakfast somewhere in the dining room area, but first I need to go stab someone who decided to come in my house without knocking and is not a two-named individual that I have.
Oh, has the meeting begun already? I let myself in, but
Jesus.
I did not climb. I will say that I
Yeah.
don't have to do that anymore.
Yes. Humility is a foreign concept to most of us. All right, she's looking for their intruder. She's just kind of giving JP a nod.
Intruder. This is probably the cat coming to meet Baguette, which means he is probably in her room at this moment.
Of course he would be, because
Uh,
who uses the door anymore?
I used the door.
I raise my hand.
You two are exempt from my current ire. All right. And she's just going to be knocking on Baguette's door.
What were you saying, Cam? Sorry.
I was going to say Jean-Pierre just immediately just goes and doesn't knock and just opens the door.
Or we could do that.
Bonjour! Bonjour!
Well, that's first, Baguette. Was your door locked?
You know, she's a very trusting dog, and she is in Eartha's house.
Okay.
Trusting in the monarchy.
We don't lock doors in the monarchies.
Well,
Okay.
well, I mean, I think she thinks that she's in Eartha's house, and that would be safe. So it probably just didn't occur to her. You know, she's used to her little one-bedroom apartment.
Okay. So, Jean-Pierre, go right ahead.
Bonjour, bonjour! I am here for the meeting.
And you see Baguette toweling off a very familiar cat to Jean-Pierre. And I assume moderately familiar to Eartha. Familiar to Erasmus. Marius, maybe you've met him. He was at the party last night, but you might not know so well.
Eh. I just want to know that once the door was opened and the party was starting to move into that room, he started to take a step forward, 180 to the food. He's going to go grab some food real quick, and then he'll come back with a plate.
Makes sense.
Come to the meeting late with Starbucks. I think.
Surely, yes. Like, nope, I heard food, and now his keen senses are going straight over there.
That's a mood right there.
Look, if y'all want him at tip-top shape, he has water, and now he needs food.
Yep.
Oh. Jean-Pierre, you're alive?
You know each other.
Fuck.
We've missed you. We were so worried about you. Why haven't you come home? We miss you and Rex. I'm so sorry, Miss Kitty. And then he will somewhat less damply bow. Say, I apologize. I already explained to Morty Corgi's daughter that
Just call me. Okay.
that it was damp, and normally I would wait until the house was open, but it was so, you know what it's like when it's wet, and we don't have wet in Rex. And Jean-Pierre, what have you been doing? What are you?
What's this cat's name again?
Sandy.
How do I know him?
You are from Rex,
Okay.
and he is actually. Is this a Cameron question or is this a Jean-Pierre question?
This is a Cameron question because he's not a part of the gang.
Okay. He is not a
Yeah.
part of the gang.
Yeah.
He is the cousin of Tyrion von Rex. but he is sympathetic to the
Okay.
cause.
Oh, I thought you were a different one. I'm fine. I needed to lay low after my last endeavor here. But I'm fine.
You didn't come in through the door either.
No, I can fly now.
His eyes just get really big.
And Jean-Pierre will just hover and then go back. So, strange reunion, but I went on a few adventures with Baguette a bit in Pugmire. So I figured even though a strange cat asked for a meeting with her, that she may need an extra eye, even though she says she can take care of herself, which is true. But
Any daughter of Morty Corgi is certainly capable of taking care of herself. I know that your father's greatness is within you.
I don't know if corgis can blush, but if they can, she's kind of blushing right now because this is really awkward for her. So, thank you.
Yes, daughters of the great that person and everything can also take their business meetings downstairs in the dining room, out of the bedroom area, where people can sit, have a drink, and look civil.
Apologies, Miss Kitty. I would never intrude on. I didn't mean to. I would never have climbed into your bedroom because, well, I wasn't sure if it was different in Pugmire, and it was so very wet.
none of this makes sense. You should shut your mouth, and we should move to the area designated by the mistress of the house. Oui. So
But I think Baguette will just offer a reassuring paw to Sandy and just like, come on, let's go. It'll be fine.
Taking the paw with his paw and then, like, kind of still, like, dabbing himself with the towel. He'll follow downstairs.
Eartha's gonna take a moment and she's gonna be like, I can already tell this is going to be a wonderful day. And then looks to JP. Did you eat this morning?
myself,
Yes.
oui, I had some bread.
Catch! There's a roll coming towards JP.
We do not throw food into the bedroom before everyone has eaten.
It just hits JP, and it's just like, If you are
I
trying to
thought
start,
you were hungry.
if you are trying to start a food fight, you should wait for lunch. It has better results.
Oh, he will go down and pick up the roll that hit JP. Did you want it? I was just throwing it out of politeness.
We I do. And Jean-Pierre will eat it and take a bite.
And he will start stumbling back downstairs.
I really just want to go back to bed, but I cannot. Because I am responsible and in the monarchies now. And this is how my mornings start. All right. She's going to fluff. All right. That dagger disappears up her sleeve as she makes her way down the stairs.
The cat wearing a party dress who opened the door sees you coming downstairs and goes, Miss Kitty, do we have any coffee?
Yes, darling. Oh, and you can use
milk?
Yes, go to the kitchen. Someone will take it. Do you want me to prepare it for you, darling? Or are you good?
No, I can find it. I just didn't want to look if it wasn't there.
I get it. Oh, that dress is so beautiful still. I have something more comfortable and more protective you can change into before you head home today, okay?
But I slept in... Are you taking my dress?
No, I'm just going to put it in a very nice little bag so it doesn't get damaged by the rain and give you something a little bit more appropriate to wear.
She kind of cocks her head and goes, okay.
Hmm.
And then heads off to the kitchen, swishing her tail behind her.
I just watch this, and Erasmus has this expression like, "Are we still in the monarchy? This is too nice. This is weird."
Sandy sees Erasmus and does a very deep bow. I didn't know you would be here.
I kind of just glance over their head, just like, you can just pretend I wasn't. You're not here for me. Continue.
Are you... Did Tyrion send you here?
Again, just pretend I'm not here at all.
Oh, but I think that is an important question, no?
Well, if you must have a truthful answer, the answer is no. But, as I said, I am simply here with Marius, and our good Rex here is here for Baguette, was it?
Yes. She's fascinated by all of this and just tucking it away in her brain. She's like, I'll deal with that later. But interesting.
Well, I'm interested in this breakfast, so shall we endeavor to the dining table?
If there's a, you know where it is, JP. I'm gonna go get to let whoever cooked breakfast this morning know that we need some more kippers and so on, and bring it out. I need a moment to compose myself.
Crash. Ow. He tried to sit on a chair and it fell back. He did not be as graceful as possible.
I need
He's
2
fine.
moments to compose myself.
Baguette,
Because I have at least 3 daggers on my person at this moment.
Baguette's going to try to help Marius up and get him situated. Are you okay?
Fine. I'm good. Just this is the process. I call this moment the cool down. Have you ever had a cool down before?
I don't think so. Not from the same cause, I suspect.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Maybe like 5-10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look to Erasmus. Is he really okay?
Oh, he's fine. This is entirely normal for him.
Okay. Well, Sandy.
Yes.
You have
Lady
me.
Corgi.
Just Shepherd. Baguette is fine if you must call me by a title.
Shepherd Corgi, then.
So you have me intrigued. I am all ears.
Well, apologies, Miss Kitty, for bursting in on you like this. The rain, but well, you may be aware that we're in a bit of a tenuous place right now.
Right.
Well, I was sent to the party last night by my cousin Tyrion, who's back in Rex, where it's kind of shivers. It's just drier. But there's some of the other monarchs are really pushing for war with the dogs. And well, your father, Shepherd Corgi, he told us that, well, as we know, war leads to death, and he told us how the unseen can take dead bodies, and he told us that he had spies, or he had advised some other houses on how to prepare for the war. I don't know if he spoke to them personally. I mean, he may have. He is Morty Corgi. He might be in multiple places at once. He's a great, great dog, your father. But I don't think they plan to win fairly. And I know at least that there's well, 3 of the houses at least have something dangerous creatures on their side.
Dangerous creatures. Of what type? Do you know?
Well, I know Angora always has, you some of them do stranger magics, but I heard they found a sphinx,
Interesting.
and they're asking it how to plan the battle. I know Cimeric's found something, and well, nobody quite knows what Korat has, but it's big. It's really big.
How long ago did my father offer his insight?
It was before I came. Well, I got a letter. He's been advising Rex a lot. He told us to align with the Shadow Block, actually, which we'd never done. But, he said that the Shadow Block wanted peace, and, that if we could push for... Well, that wasn't your question. Your question was when, and the when was, kind of taps his head and goes, "Thanks, Sandy." Few weeks ago. A week.
Okay, so recent.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know he was here.
Oh, he's not here now. Well, maybe he is. He could be anywhere.
Indeed, he
He's
could
a
be.
Great man, great magician.
Like, Baguette bristles a little bit, but she tries not to show it.
Really
Okay.
quickly, Morty was here a few weeks ago. Is that what that was?
No, he got a letter from Rex. He got information from Rex a few weeks ago with us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we know some of the houses are pushing for war and they have these powerful creatures. What else do you know?
Well, I'm not sure. I know that we don't want war. We came out bad in the last war with the dogs. Rex got the worst of it. And that's why we thought the Shadow Block, if anybody, would understand. But and he kind of just looks exasperated and says, "It's hard to make negotiations when a different cat is in charge every single day."
All right. Well,
And I honestly don't know if Mao knows what they're doing and how to keep this place together. And then he stops himself and looks at Erasmus and says, "I'm sure that Threnody is doing absolutely everything that she can, sir."
Sorry, I was. This is some really good sausage. Better than the hair of the dog, because there's no hair from any dogs in this sausage. Good stuff, Miss Kitty.
No,
blink, blink. The dog in the room just kind of like shudders a little.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry.
Sandy, tell me this. Speaking of Trinity, I heard whispers of the air returning. What is, have you heard anything of that? And as Jean-Pierre, as Jean-Pierre asked this, one ear is just gonna rotate towards Erasmus and Marius.
Well, I haven't heard that. I mean, I've been busy in Rex, but well, I assume that when he returns, it will be for the good of the monarchies.
Marius is just munching on a really nice piece of meat right now. This is so good. He is like studying this meat. You know that meat that got like the good seasoning in it. He's trying to dissect exactly what's in this meat right now. Like, damn, this some Bob Evans shit right here. Like, That's where he's going right now. He just not paying attention and I'm like, nope.
Right.
You know, when his father died, it was a
Okay.
great blow to all of us. But
Oh, well, not all of you. We.
all of us.
You need to speak for yourself, Cat. You know where I stand.
Well, this is all very interesting, and I am trying. I don't know if filling my father's paw prints is exactly it, but I would like to help avoid war if I can. So
Oh, good. I was
you sought
hoping you
me
would.
out. So you sought me out hoping for what from me exactly? I don't know what I can do.
Well, everyone knows Morty Corgi's a great diplomat and a great wizard and a great magician and a great dog. And if anyone could make those houses see reason or put a stop to what they're doing or end the war, it would be his blood.
Silently in Baguette's head, there's a sign flashing no pressure. Well,
I mean, you know, Tyrion is still meeting with Threnody and Keir and Priscilla and Nyla and all of the rest of them, but you know, if we could disable their weapons, maybe they wouldn't be so keen to go to war.
right. Right. Kind of look to the others in the room like I don't know much about these houses other than what I've read.
Eartha is back and she's putting cups of warm liquid. There's coffee, there's a warm milk, there's something akin to tea. She's just got a variety of cups out there and a tray of kippers and some more sausage and some extra bread, and she just Sandy, darling.
Yes,
It was
Miss
so
Katie.
good of you, so brave of you, so loyal of you to seek out the progeny of someone that you obviously have so much respect for. She asked you a very direct question and you answered it a little bit too much like a cat. Let me explain. In Pugmire, sometimes you have to answer things directly. You sought her out. You praised her father. You dripped rain on my clean guest bedroom floor. She simply wants to know what it is precisely that you want her to do.
Oh, I understand. That's a good question. That's a good question. Um, well, find the Sphinx, or take out the big thing, or just convince them not to have a big thing.
So, you are hiring or looking to employ, or not even employ, because no payment has been offered or talked about. You are
Officially,
looking
I was
to.
never here.
Oh, yes, of course. So you are looking to ask a favor of a diplomat's and wizard's daughter to go and kill large monsters or end a war for you?
For the good of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That does seem to be the gist of it, yes.
Yes, okay. Well, you know, normally when people come to visit, they're like, oh, let's show you some nice things, not let's put the weight of our political unrest on your tiny yet adorable shoulders. That's usually not the approach we take. But Sandy, You've given us Sphinx. You've given us question marks. And you've given us a little bit of what's that I smell? A little bit of despair.
Oh, sorry. I thought
That's
you were talking. Okay.
just Marius.
I wouldn't say despair. Now, we're going to need a little bit more. If my precious little bread loaf over here decides to assist you, she's going to need a lot more than Cimmerics have a big thing. That's really not helpful. And she has no political clout other than her father's name, which only goes so far in certain circles to convince anyone of anything.
Well, honestly,
So do you just want...
That's why I'm so glad that she's with you, Miss Kitty, and finding Erasmus here with, I mean, everyone knows Erasmus and companion.
Hi, Marius. Better now.
Sandy.
Yeah, I know. You climbed, apparently, and you made her mad, and you made him mad. You're probably gonna make her mad. Don't make Razzie mad. Don't make me mad. Yeah.
Eartha's gonna open up telepathic bond.
Okay.
With JP, starting with that, and she's just gonna say, I can't let her take this on alone.
You think she will do it, even though it is obviously bullshit?
If I've learned one thing from living in the Pugmire regions, that's what they often seek out.
Fuck. That is very bad.
Yes, but there's information that I can get and use from this that might be valuable to you as well.
Like what?
You can't get to who you want to get to if there are obstacles in your way. And one of those obstacles is blind faith.
There's a silent spell over you.
Did everybody freeze? Did my internet just die?
You're fucking kidding.
Okay. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
We're good. We're back.
Okay.
Blind face in what?
In the idea.
Did it happen again? Fuck. No.
I can hear you all, but I can't see you.
Okay, it's working now.
I think it was across the board, though.
Yeah.
We all felt that. Yeah, we all froze.
Okay.
Okay, I was like, what happened?
Like, nothing else in my internet was touched. It was
No.
just Zoom.
Same.
It must have been a
Just Zoom.
Zoom outage. Zoom must have did a thing.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm checking on Twitter because you already know. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? And back to the game.
Yep.
Blind face in what?
Blind faith and... Well, basically, we need to know how many houses have blind faith and these ideas that come from Baguette's father. Because those are the houses that are going to seek her out. And those are the houses that you might find more resistance at.
I'm going to find more resistance at all of the houses, because I want to destroy them all. I'm not here playing a diplomatic game here. The only diplomacy is if they want to dissolve, then they will not die.
I understand. So you don't want me to help.
If this is the help you're offering, I might have to have second guesses.
Very well, then don't think of it as help. I just have to make sure that Baguette doesn't actually accidentally make the war worse, because the people who are going to suffer are not the ones that get your crossbow bolt, are not the ones that get a blade, are going to be the ones who are struggling to just get food each day.
Agreed. But who is sending the poor off to war?
Apparently, some mimic and their big thing.
We?
I need to know
And
what that
destroying their
is.
big thing will not stop them from conscripting poor working children to go fight their wars for them.
No, you worry about that. I worry about people that have monsters they cannot control. Often release those monsters on the people who cannot protect themselves. You know I am not going to care who you stab or shoot. That is your business.
I am just confused about your motivations here. What are you trying to do with this? If you're just trying to protect Baguette, that is perfectly fine. But having her go kill war machines is not going to change anything.
I don't want her to go kill war machines, JP. I just don't want her to bring the wrong person back from the dead because they've been killed by a war machine.
Ah.
And believe it or not, I also don't want you killed by a sphinx or Cimeric's big thing or the question marks in Korat. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know I'll be assisting Baguette in whatever she wishes to do. Within reason. Unless it involves the sea.
Yeah, I do not believe you can have another one of that in 2 lifetimes.
No, not without a lot of people dying, and for once it wouldn't be you.
While they're having this internal monologue, not monologue, internal conversation, I think for a second, because it was just quiet,
Yes.
I think Marius is kind of turns towards Baguette. Hey, question.
Fire away.
Hypotheticals over here.
Okay.
You seem to be the daughter, therefore the heirs of this corgi, Morty corgi person.
In a sense, I suppose, but
Is this your first time in the monarchies?
yes.
Yeah, okay. A question. Just I'm just curious because you seem to be in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. You're in the middle of this this calamity. How are you taking this? You're the literal heir of the person who apparently everyone loves or doesn't love, and it might all fall on you. Responsibility. How does that feel? Just curious.
I'm not going to lie, it's intimidating.
Uh-huh.
I'm not a wizard the way he is. My calling and my work is of a very different nature. So anybody who's expecting me to be him is going to be disappointed.
Ooh, yeah.
But as different as he and I are, I think we agree on a few things. And in this case, I have a very keen interest in preventing war, because where there is war, there is needless suffering and death. And it falls upon the backs of those who have the least to do with any of it, the most vulnerable. That's why I came here. I asked for this assignment. I wanted to use whatever skills I have to prevent us from going to war. I would rather find a diplomatic solution.
But that's a nice you could put that on like a plaque, that entire paragraph.
Right.
That was perfect. But how do you do that when, again, you are the heir of it all? How do you make that decision to go against or not be what they want you to be, or what your dad is, or mom or dad, and how do you handle that stress, knowing that you want something different than anyone else, but you can't do that because you're the heir? Hypothetically, I just feel like you must be struggling in the mind right now.
This whole monologue, Erasmus is just staring into the middle distance like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah, even Baguette's kind of privately smirking, like she sees what's going on here. Some of that struggle I already dealt with. I disappointed my father greatly when I decided to enter the church. He and I have argued at great length about just where to put our faith, or if one should have faith. But ultimately, I knew what I had to do. This is where I knew I had to go. This was my calling. I respect what he does. I admire what he does. That's his talent. That's what he's good at. But this is what I'm good at. And I had to be true to it. It still hurts when I hear him make comments now and again. But it's my life, and I had to do what I knew was right. And my mother hasn't been around since I was a puppy. So I don't have her to support me. I just have to have faith that I know she'd be proud.
Yeah, my dad isn't around either.
That's a hard thing. But we can just do what we can to live up to what they would have of us in the way that we know we must, even if it's not exactly how they might have envisioned it.
Again, all hypothetical. Good answers. You would win a game show. You're good.
All hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of puts an understanding paw on your shoulder.
He just doesn't look at it and eats like a pancake.
It's really good breakfast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
This Sandy looks very intrigued, and then kind of leans into Erasmus and says, "So you just had a really good guess that I was here, right? You didn't see me."
No, I saw you.
But I'm such a... It was so rainy.
Yes.
You didn't see anybody else see me, did you?
I believe I did. So you might want to make sure that whatever you came here to discuss is discussed to your satisfaction.
Eartha, curious, how is your dining area in view of the front door? Okay.
No.
That was what I wanted to know.
Uh-oh, that's not ominous.
I will say everybody can give me a notice check.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
God, I hope we burn down Eartha's house a second time.
You burned down my house. She's gonna take JP's crossbow and kill some people. You're just gonna see her.
Full on Scarface comes down the staircase.
It's a 21.
Notice check?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
23 for
garbage.
me.
22.
22 minus 10, 12.
I have no idea.
It's wisdom.
What is it? Maybe a 12?
Okay. So, Jean-Pierre, Marius, and Baguette, you all hear some muttering from the front door area, and you hear the door open and closed, followed by some pattering of tiny feet.
Are you expecting anyone, Eartha?
Never expecting anyone.
Rapier is coming out.
Someone just came in the door.
Of course they did.
That a
was good
problem?
No, I don't know. Eartha's just gonna go to the, like, what do you call it? The door frame.
Okay.
Of the dining room to look around and see what the heck.
You see that same little Persian cat who's been staying with you, and now she's no longer wearing a party dress. She's wearing a bathrobe.
Mm-hmm.
And she's carrying an enormous wrapped package. She says, "Oh, Miss Kitty, this was well, it's not for you. But they said you could have it, but it's for that. Is there a Rex cat here?"
What is Sandy's full name, as in what I would know?
Alessandro.
Yep. Alessandro.
That's a nice name.
I was thinking like Sandra, Cassandra.
There's some thaumaturgy that causes some stuff to shake. She just says, Alessandro, from the house you already know where you are from. Why is there a package for you at my front door?
All of you see Sandy dive under Eartha's table.
Is that like a package? Am I hearing like a fuse, a tick, anything?
Is that a bomb?
You don't.
You're seeing him die and then seeing the package.
She has pointed to little pretty kitty to put it down as she is backing up towards her stairs.
She goes, "Oh, thank you. It's so heavy."
Yes, darling. Can you do me a favor? Can you go up the stairs to my room? I have a this wonderful scented shampoo that you might just adore.
To your room, Miss Kitty?
Yes, darling.
She bolts.
Yeah.
Looking really
Alessandro!
Jean-Pierre kind of grabs him by the cuff and starts to drag him out. And as he's doing, he's like, "This better not be what I think it is."
No, nobody was supposed to see me. Nobody was supposed to see me.
And how did that go?
The lizard saw me.
We?
The lizard said somebody else saw me. Did you see anybody else see me?
Go open the package. Everyone, to the other side of the room, please. And Jean-Pierre, from under his cloak, pulls out the large crossbow and just pulls it back, places the bolt in, and drags a chair all the way to the other side where everyone is waiting, where he told everyone to go, and just puts it on his leg and waits, aimed at Sandy.
So do you want to look at the package or read the to or from first? Nope. Okay.
Open. Read the to or from would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling I might. Well, Baguette's just remembering that House Angora has at least one member who was not thrilled with her. So she's anticipating.
Is there a reason for all these theatrics?
Yeah, this looks like a lot is happening for a box.
Do you remember a party that was here at this abode? What was it last night? That there was a bomb that went off?
Yeah.
I wonder what a large package like this could mean or do.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm
Folks,
just
Folks who shouldn't know that Sandy is here, I think, are trying to send a message.
Or it could be just a nice gift basket. We don't know. Either way, I don't like other people's mail coming to my house.
I'm going to go read the two are from. Raz is just going to walk away from the others where they've been herded over to, and just looking back at Jean-Pierre once, just read what it says.
Okay. It says,
Sorry.
Rex, you should have known. And there is no from, but there is a purple paw print. And as you are closer to it, Erasmus, you hear some sounds coming from the box.
Cool. Familiar sounds? Do you have a descriptor for these, perhaps?
Hissing sounds.
Hissing sounds. I'm going to look over at the others, smile, and open the box.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. You see... Oh, and you don't know these. Grimly would know these very well, but you do not. You see 3... first, it looks like a box just chock full of cables.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Like electronic wire. And as soon as the box is open, glowing eyes on 3 of the cables light up. And they all make a go for you, Erasmus.
Oh, cool.
So let's roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I could give them surprise on you.
Oh, but Jess, I can't be surprised.
Then let's roll initiative.
Oh, yes.
Seeing what happens, Jean-Pierre is not going to roll initiative and is just going to float up and sit on the banister of upstairs and watch.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Shit.
16.
With my initiative, that's
Yeah, that tracks, I guess. I get advantage on initiative, but I rolled a 5 and a 6. So,
Oh.
so that's an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 16, which means 20.
Okay. So Marius gets a 20. Baguette 16. Erasmus, what'd you get, dear?
I got an 8.
Okay. So. So many E-names.
Everyone hydrate. I haven't seen nobody drink no water on this.
I
Okay,
What
you
did I
have.
just
You
do?
have. You
What did I
have.
just
You're right.
do?
You're right.
Uh-huh.
You're right.
So we're all sitting here. This is glass number 3.
I love you.
Okay.
You too.
And let's roll for Sandy.
The Rexall.
Flashbacks to rehearsals, drinking 7 bottles of water in like an hour.
Right. All right, Eartha, you are up first.
2 questions for you. Does it look like many things or one thing with several sets of eyes?
It looks like several things.
Oh. I know it's my turn. Do I know what these are? Does Erasmus know what these are?
You can give me a no nature check.
I'll do it on my turn. Just wanted to know.
Crap. Okay. Well, no. You said there's 3 of them?
Mm-hmm.
I need a wisdom. Okay, second question. Is this a beast?
Is this a beast? Yeah.
All right, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I was like, it doesn't say that stuff in Pugmire. It sure would be neat if it did. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. 1, 2. On just one of them or on all three?
I think I can only do one at a
Okay.
time, but that's all I need.
Ooh, that's 17 on the die.
Petty.
So,
I am petty. I'm like, it's a twisty.
16.
I think I just am over that. I think I have a 17 is my save. That's a note I made last time, but I don't know if that's true.
It should be. You should have a high save.
Mm-hmm.
You should
Pretty
be
high,
matching
yeah.
Vincent. Vincent had a 17.
So I think I have a 17.
Yeah.
So that would still be a fail on their end.
Okay.
And you just see Eartha just turns, takes a sigh, and is like, think with me fondly, time to say goodbye. And she's using Dominate Beast, and
Ooh.
you see her eyes shimmer silver as she takes control of one of those things. I can use my action to take total and precise control of the target until the end of my next turn. The animal takes only the actions you choose and doesn't do anything that you don't allow it to do.
Okay.
And the command that she is going to issue is for it to attack the other things that are in the box.
Ooh. All right. I like that.
And I don't think anyone in this party has ever seen her do that, but it's just a simple move and her eyes shimmer silver as she focuses on the box. And that's my turn.
Nice.
Marius.
Also,
Oh, keep going.
I think, yeah, it's charmed by me. Me or any characters that are friendly to me, if you fight it, you have advantage. No, that's something wrong. Okay, we're good. I don't think there's anything extra, and if there is, I do not care. Let's go.
I'm dead. So I think cinematically, Marius was just kind of chilling in his chair, and watched two things happen. One, he started hearing her sing, and he kind of like, I swear I know that voice. And at the same time, he saw one of these things lunging at a different thing, lunging at Erasmus. He's like, ah, shit! And like runs over in like the speed of God. And he stumbles, but you can tell that there's grace to his stumbling. And he kind of, I guess, how big are these things? Are they like tiny in your hand? Are they big? I don't know. I'm trying to picture.
I would say these are, I was gonna say they're about as big as a snake, but that's not very descriptive because snakes can be various sizes.
Garden snake or like
a
boa
rattlesnake.
constrictor? Oh, well, that's not as bad.
Okay, it's not as
some sort of constrictor because they do constrict.
Ooh, they're a little bigger then.
Or, I don't know. Yeah,
they're a little bigger. Okay, that's fine. And yeah, he kind of. And how far away would you say that box is from the table?
You put it down at the door, right? So
It's in the foyer.
Yeah, it's up front. This cave got him all the way from him.
Okay. Yeah, he goes, but like as he goes, he kind of does a like you don't. Again, it seems so natural though he doesn't realize he's doing it. He runs and almost does like a front handspring, into a no, and scratches the hell out of one of these things. At least attempts to.
okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. That was a low roll for me. So that will be 9 points of slashing damage. And as I slash, I go, no, seriously. And I use my foot to almost do like an extend, almost do like layout in a way. And I just kick it as hard as I can as a bonus action. I can hit twice. That is a 26 to hit.
Yes, that is well hits.
And that is actually max damage. That is 14 points of slashing damage. Nope, bludgeoning damage with my feet.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I differentiated the types versus when he hits or slashes.
So
yeah,
you kick it as hard as you can with your foot. You said that was 14 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And it doesn't seem to do nearly as much damage as you would have expected for a kick that hard.
Okay. Did the slash do anything?
The slash worked as expected.
Got it. Good to know. And kind of free action, and I'm like, you slash. You have what does Erasmus have? I forget.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Then I just say, if that's what I say. No, he didn't say that. He's like, because he's seen Erasmus fight, but also I don't know what Erasmus can do. So
it's true.
It's like vague, but also like, do you? And yeah, he kind of like lands back on his, gets kind of forward, like kind of stumbles a little bit, but yeah, okay, this is fun. That's my turn.
Well, all right.
Okay. So Sandy pulls out a dagger from his boot, still staying under the table, and throws it, trying not to hit Erasmus. Ooh, and he got a nat 20 on the die.
Nice.
Hey, there we go.
So he's definitely gonna hit one of the snakes, and that is gonna be he's gonna aim for the other one, and so now that snake has a dagger sticking out right here, and you see it start to like spark a little bit, and then Sandy hides further under the table. And Baguette, it is now your turn.
She remembers what these things are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So she's just going to grasp her holy symbol, say, sort of not eyes narrowing, bite only those who endanger you, and she's going to cast guiding bolt at whichever one is like least damaged right now. So let's see how that goes. That is a 21 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
There you go.
All right. And that is going to take, let's see, 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And the next attack against it before the end of my next turn will have advantage. Before she wraps up, she is going to, as a bonus action, cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then make an attack with that against the same one. So let me see if that one hits. That one is a dirty 20 to hit.
That indeed hits.
All right. That one is
so that
11
does damage.
Yes, that does 11 points of force damage.
Was that to the other one you said?
That was to the same one.
Same one?
To the same one. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she's going to keep the spiritual weapon up there, which just looks like the symbol of man, the Church of Man.
Okay. It is now their turn. And Eartha, when you have one charmed, does it act on your turn or its own? It acts on its own as you direct it?
That's what it says.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I think it takes, if it's a spell I'm thinking of, it takes the action on its turn.
That's what I thought. Okay. So, do you want your snack to go first, or would you like it to go last? or in the
I
middle?
don't know how this works, but it's supposed to attack whichever one it would attack if it's told to attack the others.
Okay. So it's going to attack the one right next to it. Let's
Fight
see.
for us, Robo Snake.
Yeah. Oh, that did not do so well. That was a 9. 15? Nope. It dives to hit the other one, and the other one just kind of wiggles out of the way. Despite being in a box, they're starting to emerge at this point. So it misses its attack, but at least it's not attacking either of you. Now the one that was going to attack Erasmus is going to continue that attack and fail miserably.
Did Jess's sound just cut out, or is that just me?
Did my sound cut out?
I don't think so. Not on my end.
Just me. Good. Zoom is doing great tonight.
It is.
So that was a fail to attack Erasmus.
It's because of me, obviously.
And the other one is going to try and attack Marius. Does a 19 hit you?
Oh, fuck off. Yes, that hits me.
Please give me a... Well, first, let's do your damage. Forgot about that part. I shouldn't. Oh, you're fine. You take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And give me a strength saving throw, please.
You would not expect this, but I'm good at those.
I know you are.
24.
Good news is you are not immobile.
Thank God.
I guess nope.
You got smacked with a snake, but you are not wrapped up.
Oh, he tried to constrict.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like as it had to happen, you just saw him kind of just slink under. It's almost like very fluid. It's very waterbender fluid. And just like, no, I said stop.
And Erasmus, it is your turn.
Okay, it's my turn. Quick, what was that? A no nature check to see if I know what these are?
Yep.
All right, I don't have anything in that, so that's just a straight natural 1. So no.
Oh,
Look like snakes. With
Yeah, they do.
lightning that come out of their brains.
If I attack, do I have advantage, or was that just Litten used that with her spiritual weapon?
Why would you have advantage?
Because
because of guiding
'cause-
bolt, because
yes.
the thing is
or does
still
that only work for
sparkling
the
and
spiritual weapon they used on it?
right, because it's a little weird. It says the next attack roll made against this target before the end of my next
Okay,
turn.
So
So
probably
it's-
not. Yeah. Okay. Well, normal roll then.
You have advantage against the one that Eartha has charmed, I believe, or something. Didn't Eartha you said something about that? Okay, I meant that.
That was a mistake. Nope.
Okay.
So no
She said
advantage,
no.
right?
No advantage.
Wait. Tiny little question,
Yeah.
just so I understand how spiritual weapon. It's if I charmed one of the snakes to attack the other snake. Was the snake that it attacked the one that Baguette had attacked, or was that a different one?
It was a different one.
Okay.
All right. Well,
The one
don't need the
it
advantage.
attacked was the one that Marius had attacked. Marius was attacking one, and Sandy and Baguette were attacking the other.
I will say, don't need the advantage because that's a nat 20.
Hey!
Hot dog. So, what? This is like almost in slow mo when Erasmus sees the one going for Marius. There is a party. There's like bottles and stuff around, right? He is going to reach back, grab one of the bottles, break it, and then shove it right into this snake. And since I rolled 20, I'm just going to go ahead and use one of my smites. So is that max damage?
Oh, big.
All right, then that is 40 piercing damage.
How do you destroy this snake?
Literally what I said, literally just reaches over, grabs a bottle, breaks it, and then smashes it through this thing until it like falls in half.
Yeah, in a pile of sparks, this snake stops trembling and sparking in your hands.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to throw away the shards of glass and start looking for another.
Does his smite, is it like visual or is it just extra
No,
forceful?
for him, this is basically just he knows where and how to hurt people the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn.
So JP, you've just been watching.
Oui. Jean-Pierre probably picked up some of the morning snacks and is just sitting on the balcony railing from the second floor, looking down and being like, "Oh, Marius is very agile, and Erasmus seems to have some skill at things."
He's good at stuff.
And we are back to the top. Eartha, it is your turn.
So there's only 2 left.
There are 2 left. One of them, which is under your control. The other one, which is not.
Okay. Cause I checked and I love this. I need. You're just gonna hear her continuing, that same kind of song. Remember when da 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 da, and she's gonna project a little bit louder towards the second one because shatter is not a concentration spell.
Hey.
So I need a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah.
And since they're made of metal, they get disadvantage on this saving throw.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, we end that as well.
No, she's focusing on that. She's moving to focus in that 10-foot radius sphere centered around that point.
Is this on both the one that you're controlling and the other one?
It's going to hit them both, but she's not as concerned right now.
Okay.
Because it has to make another wisdom saving throw to break her spell.
They both fail. That's a 14 and a 10.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that was a disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
So JK, one of them gets a 10. The other one gets a nat 1.
So they super fail.
So you can do double damage to that one.
Okay.
Oh.
So the total damage is a 6 plus 2. So that's 8 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
I think, because I don't know my modifiers. And double that for the one that got a nat 1.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So the one that took damage from you gets to remake its wisdom saving throw. Let's see how it does. It's still under your control.
Yep.
It's not a wise snake. It's confused.
They rarely are.
Marius, you are up.
Cool, yeah. Marius sees his good old friend Razzie just destroy a thing. And did Eartha take out both of the other ones, or
Just
no?
one. No, she didn't take out either of them. The only one
Oh, okay.
that's been
Yeah,
killed.
one's still under her
by
control.
Razzie.
Cool. And give me a layout. So I want to make sure I'm understanding where people are in this little space.
Okay.
I don't really need like a map. I just want to know like where enemies are in.
So I assume that you and Erasmus are both standing in front of a box.
Mm-hmm.
Leaning out of that box is one very large, very dead snake.
Mm-hmm.
Up out of the box a bit are 2 very alive snakes that I will just tell you, because some of you know, are called ether caches.
Okay.
Jean-Pierre is up on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's like on the railing.
Okay, on the
Like,
railing.
yeah, like the second floor railing in like really nice houses. He's just sitting up there.
Got it.
Hmm.
Baguette and Eartha were further back by the table, correct? And
Yep.
Sandy is underneath one of the chairs at the table.
Okay. And does one look hurt more than the other?
Yes.
Cool. As I'm sitting there watching him, and I go, "Oh, okay, great." I kind of backhand spring behind of Erasmus, and then say, "Sorry, buddy," and I put my hands onto Erasmus's shoulders, and I boost myself up, do a flip over, attempting to land on one of the snakes.
Okay.
Using a kick. I'm stomping down on a kick.
Okay.
Make me do a check if you need to.
I will. I'm debating whether we want to do. That's not a traverse check. That is definitely an agility check of some sort. So
Erasmus didn't like that.
Of course he didn't. Of course he didn't.
Erasmus disapproves. So let's do a balance check.
Okay.
Or a traverse check. It says traverse is climbing things or jumping over things.
Okay, I'll do traverse.
Okay, so that's Constitution check.
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah, you did that.
I'm good at traversing and acrobatics. If you couldn't guess that by now, I'm like that's fine. I mean, he's, for lack of a better word, he's a monk, y'all. And I will attempt to stomp down on this thing with my first attack. But you see, when I get in the air and come down, it's not that I'm coming down faster, but there's a weight upon this this stump right now. And that is a 23 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit. Are you going on the one that's controlled by Eartha or the other one?
I guess the other one for now. Still, I don't know if that's the one that's weaker, but I'm going against the other one.
I'll tell you, the one controlled by Eartha is the stronger one at this point.
That's fine. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to hit that one.
Okay.
And that's actually going to be 10 points of force damage, as I can change my martial arts die.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I have that refinement. I mean, only to force. That's the one I picked. Attempting to stomp, and then if it's still alive, I'm gonna stomp one more time as a bonus action.
It is still alive.
Okay. That is not as good, but it's still an 18 to hit.
Let's see. Yes, that does in fact hit.
There we go.
Okay. For another 11 points force damage. Yeah.
So you feel like pieces of the metal start to come off on the floor. This snake is still like around, but clearly not doing so great. There are bits and shards of the snake around you.
And I think as I did that last one, and like I hit, I probably stepped on something and go, fuck! And I kind of just like hop.
And it kind of tingles, like it sparks.
Great. Yeah.
Baguette, you're up.
Okay. So there's that one and the one that Eartha charmed. I will start with the one that Marius was just devastating. And I'm going to do guiding bolt on that one.
Okay.
So that's a 25 to hit.
How do you destroy this snake?
You know, she feels like she really doesn't like these things, and so she's going to just channel that guiding bolt right into what she recognizes as like the heart of it, and just let it from the inside out if she can. It's like, stop bringing this evil into my friend's home. Like, this is not cool. Yeah, that's 12 points of damage on that roll. So
yeah, that's a dead snake.
And I know the other one is still under Eartha's control, but she doesn't want it to last any longer than it has to. So for a bonus action, she's going to make her spiritual weapon attack on that one.
Okay.
So let me see. That one hits, and I've got a damage on that. That is a 23 to hit.
That indeed hits.
All right. So let's see. That is 9 points of force damage.
Okay. And I just did another save against Eartha's thing, and it failed again.
Yay.
Good.
So it is its turn, and Eartha, what are you going to have the snake do?
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Where is Sandy?
Under one of the chairs.
You're gonna see Eartha just softly humming under her breath as she gestures for it to come out. And her instructions is for it to start crawling towards where Sandy is under the chair.
Okay.
She still has control, but she's... Sandy, you've got about 30 seconds to explain who would send this to you. And that's... Her instruction is to just have it menacing there.
Okay, so you're not going to have it attack Sandy.
Mm-mm.
Just be there. Okay. He says, it's probably one of the houses I warned you about. I mean, they know that Rex doesn't want peace here. Or they know Rex wants peace. Sorry, that was me as a DM screwing up. They know Rex wants peace, so I assume... I mean, Morty had been working with everyone. I know this isn't from a Sphinx, so maybe this is from Cymric or Korab. What did the letter say?
Who read the letter again?
Erasmus.
Did Erasmus read it out loud?
No.
No, but I can just repeat what it said. Yeah. Which can I see that this other snake is clearly not a threat right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna hesitate, turn and look at the other snake, and then just sort of kind of drop the bottle that I was holding and just let go of it and wipe my hands off. I believe it was... What did it say, Jess?
Cat, you should have known. And then there was a purple paw print.
And I will say all that. And the purple paw print.
Siberian?
That's when you see Eartha just go blank for a moment when she realizes that it was Siberian. She...
Oh, yeah, that is Siberian. Erasmus would know that.
Yeah, Erasmus.
I was trying to figure out what the purple was too. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm just okay, that's what it was.
I just did a roll to see if she would keep her calm. And I got a nat 1. And she just freezes. She just freezes for a moment. In my house? And she says, I've about 15 seconds before I lose control over this snake. Someone get it. And then she's... Or should I let it get you, Sandy?
You know what? He really is just the messenger. It's not his fault.
Oh, no, it is. He was seen.
Oh, hey, I forgot you were even here.
I did not. You are very quick on your feet. Very impressive.
Yeah.
I threw a dagger at one of the other snakes. It's in its face. Erasmus, you can see my dagger's right there in its face. Please don't let the...
Sandy will be a source of information for us. If you think of nothing else, think practically.
Oh, thank you, Morty Corgi's daughter. You are as kind and wonderful as your father.
And what sort of information do you think he would give us? More shit shoveled to our mouths from the heads of Rex? Just a thought.
Eartha is trembling a little. She was half threatening, but she also knows that she's got a few more seconds before she loses control over the snake. I'll cast it. She will cast it again.
Okay.
But it'll be a wisdom save.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 5.
Yeah, she still
You
has
have
it
a
then.
pet snake.
I have a... Who did you piss off in Siberian?
Nobody. The Siberians have been saying that they want... Well, that they... I mean, they've kind of been not taking a side. They've said they wanted the war, but they haven't... I haven't heard any plans from Siberian. I don't even know if this is from Siberian. I mean, what kind of cat signs a death note?
Right.
I do.
Is it possible that one of the other houses is trying to implicate House
It
Siberian?
makes this even more dangerous. I have a telepathic link with this beast.
Okay.
Nope, not gonna do it because this is too complicated. And
She said, no, I'm weak.
I was going to try to see if she can try to raffle through its memories to try to figure out
Where it's been.
images, snapshots, and so on to get an idea of what's going on. But I don't know what I would roll for that.
So you have Dominate Beast. Let me see. Do you... I'm gonna say there's not like a... Beast Bond would just let you see what it sees.
I have animal friendship and I have detect thoughts and I have a whole bunch of other stuff, but I don't think I can use it at the same time as Dominate Beast.
Yeah, it's Detect Thoughts as concentration, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and that pretty much just gives you like the emotional state, and I don't know if this...
I can dig deeper
Critters.
with detect thoughts.
I don't know if this critter is smart enough for it. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
This is a very smart critter.
Yep.
Oh,
That's very
you go.
smart. So you could detect its thoughts.
what does Metal Snake have to say to us?
I think Marius, in somewhat inebriation, after all the chaos has gone down, does Eartha like say any of this out loud, like trying to figure something out? Or she just like speak? Like, what has she said so far? Sorry, I kind of missed.
Since when?
Valid. As far as like the beast, as far as like the snake.
She said she thought she was losing control over it, but then she would gesture that she still has control. And then she threatened to let it get Sandy, but then pulled it back a little bit more. As she tries to figure out what's the best course of action now.
Question for you, Jess.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to metagame.
Mm-hmm.
I have how common or not common are ministers?
Oh, they're very common.
Great.
Angora's chock full of them.
I mean, he's seen her singing. Like, he knows that she's a minister. I mean, I don't know what you specifically can do, but I'm pretty sure Razzie and I can hold this down if you need to do other things.
I give Marius a look that like, is that a request or
I mean, we can, right?
we can?
Erasmus, would you please help me hold this snake down if Miss Kitty needs it?
Will you stop vaulting off of me?
No.
Oh, but it was so entertaining. Why you have to be such a stick in the mud, Erasmus?
It's a bad character trait, I'm afraid. Yes, we can hold it down if you need us to.
Yay! I mean, I don't know if you need it. I'm just...
Yes, I need someone to hold the snake down as I... Fine, you want to pretend you came from Siberian? Let me actually show you what they do in Siberian. And I am going to use...
Get him! Get him!
Right? Be his abs.
It's detect thoughts. So I need a wisdom. Well, actually, I don't need a roll.
You don't need a saving throw. It just happens.
Yeah.
But
But I do need a saving throw for me to go deeper.
Yeah, detect thoughts. You, JP, flashes on your radar.
Yep.
I'm dead.
I would like Erasmus and Marius to give me a grapple check on this thing.
Is grapple based off of strength?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if we got this.
I don't know if we got this either.
It might be
We
kind
are
of rough.
Screwed right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty skinny.
This is just a strength check, not a saving throw, correct?
It is opposites check. It's a versus check. There's
Opposed, yeah.
opposed. Thank you.
Opposed to the guy. Okay, great. I rolled a 17, so that's a 21.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I only got a 19. Sorry.
Okay.
I only got a 19. Sorry. It's like no.
Razzie, you have hold onto it for a moment, but it slips through your fingers. Marius, actually, I'm assuming you're doing this while Eartha still has control over it, right? That would be the best way to do it.
Yeah, like I'm like
She's gonna hold it
Grasp
until
it
she.
firmly.
Yeah.
But so you both take a hold of it, but as soon as Eartha releases that spell, Erasmus, it lurches out of your control. Marius, you barely hang on because you both got 21s. But it is in your
Impressive.
arms.
We probably can't do this forever.
You just see her just hold it long enough, and her eyes are gonna shimmer silver again as she just says, "Oh, getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Don't have to like you, just trying to see what you know." And she's gonna dig as deep as she can versus a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
And
15.
If it wasn't a metal snake, I would feel bad.
So as deep as you can?
mm-hmm.
Okay. You see this metal snake in a clutch with several other metal snakes in a large, what could only be described as a treasure hoard. And as you're following through the snake's eyes, you see that there are other clutches of eggshells around here. And you feel a paw tenderly pet your head. And you look up and see an ancient, massive, radiant cat. You kind of see, following this track of the snake, you see it slithering up and wrapping around this cat like a necklace. Do you hear the words, "There, there. Good. My precious one." It goes a little bit forwards, and you see this ancient cat is covered in gems, jewels. There are magnificent items. It almost looks like a dragon, if a dragon were a cat, sitting on a hoard. And now there are other cats bringing it homage.
Okay.
These cats are dressed very differently from the cat that this snake knows. They're wearing more modern clothing. And the ancient cat looks at you and says, "We have a message to deliver." And then the next thing you know, you are being put in a box with several of your siblings.
Then she'll.
You could give me a no history or no arcana check to understand a little bit more of what you saw. Or no culture to try and figure out some of the clothes of what was on the snake. Because the snake could not see color, but you might be able to determine fashion.
Okay. What is the no culture? Said intelligence.
They're all intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's just an 18.
Okay. These cats, you can't see what colors they're wearing, but you can tell that they are immaculately dressed to the nines. And you know that there is only one house that is known for their excellent grooming. They're the house whose motto is always operate with discretion. And that is House Simric.
Oh.
And she's gonna basically unravel and pull herself out with a gasp. All right, someone kill it. And she's gonna take a few steps back so she can sit down.
Oh. Okay. Am I at the back or the front?
I would assume you're at the front because otherwise it would bit you.
Okay,
Not
valid.
bit you. It would have shot lightning at you out of its eyes.
Ooh, no!
It does not bite.
I'm going to attempt to grab its neck. I'm like kind of like take it and grab its neck and literally start to squeeze, attempting to like just destroy this thing in my hand. Attempt to.
Okay,
Perfect.
I will say we don't have to play that out, but between you and Erasmus doing that, you could take out this snake.
Okay.
You might get a
Easy.
little sparked in the process. You might get singed as laser beams just tear through Eartha's ceiling, doing some lightning damage, but you take the snake out.
Hell yeah.
Ah! Jesus. Cat Jesus.
You just see, you just see Eartha just stands. And she takes off her robe, and you see she is fully dressed underneath that robe. She just had it on for effect. You know, she's got, her boots, her this, her that, everything on, and she drapes her cloak. Not her cloak, her robe over her arm, and she says, "There's a nest full of them. Who do I?" She says, "I have a letter to write, and then I am going to go get some Sandy. They found you, but they found you at my place, and they used my hat. They used the house that I am affiliated with as a signature."
Who? Which house?
Cimeric. This is because, of course, you've got to have a dragon cat just covered in jewels, petting snakes in a pit, because that's normal.
I
For
beg your
House
pardon.
Cinderic? Yes.
Yeah.
Would Baguette be able to make any sort of suppositions about what that means, what she just heard?
You can give me like about Cimeric or about the dragon cat?
The dragon cat and all that, like,
Give me a no
'cause-
arcana or no culture check.
Oh, I'm definitely better in no arcana. That's a 30.
Damn.
Fuck.
Good
All
lord.
right.
I
So-
specialize in it.
And I would say that since you've encountered Etherkeshes before, you probably did some research on them. And you know that they are bred and work for an ancient being called the Naga Yaga.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No.
A Naga Yaga?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
It's a cat that it's the torso of a cat with the lower body of a massive snake.
No, ma'am.
Not today, Satan. Wait.
And it claims to be the first cat. The most ancient cat there is. And you know that it loves to control and possess artifacts.
No, ma'am.
Oh.
It believes that it's the only true heir of the old world.
Oh, we're going to Grandma's house.
Damn, Vincent would have been perfect here.
Okay. So yeah, Baguette's just going to sort of be thinking out loud about a Naga cat. Okay. And kind of share that, but sort of half under her breath while she's thinking out loud, like academics do, and as they're piecing things together. Okay, so how Cimeric is working with the Naga Yaga. Okay.
I'm sorry, the what?
It's like sort of half cat, half snake. It thinks it's the oldest cat, the first cat, and it likes to possess artifacts, very powerful magic.
what I have and as a kitten and learning, and I'm just like as a kitten, as a Marius, what I have heard of this thing at all or been told about like different tales?
You might have heard like take good care of your toys or the Naga Yaga will come get them.
Yeah, that okay. I was hoping it was going that route because
Yeah.
Marius is just stepping back, like maybe I'd rather have responsibility than that. So,
Okay.
Well, you see, Marius, this is just the kinds of things that the monarchies, the kings and queens of these places do. They associate with these nefarious nerdwells to make sure that the people that they rule over stay in line.
I mean,
Why else would they have it? Why
well,
else would they use it to send snakes to kill someone that is doing something that they don't want them to? Huh?
but what I mean is, you're not wrong. However, I don't think like 20 years ago we were singing Naga Yagas in person. I didn't think that was a story. That wasn't a thing, and now it's a thing, and now we have to deal with said
Well,
thing.
Monsieur, you were a child. What else did you think would happen? They tell you stories to explain all the terrible things that they do, so you don't have to think about it. So you don't look at your parents and your neighbors and the people that rule over you and see monsters.
It's also entirely possible that the Naga Yaga is manipulating the houses. If it thinks that it's the sole, if it's the only one that has the right to the old ways or is the only one that knows the old ways, it may have a vested interest in causing chaos between the two nations and fulfilling its own ends. We know that there was the Friends of Man in Pugmire. There might be other things like that happening here. So it's entirely possible that this ancient entity is pulling the strings.
So since Baguette is Eartha's friend, Erasmus just slowly turns and looks at Eartha, then looks back at Baguette. Right. Do you have a towel I'd like to clean up?
She just points up the stairs. She's just leaning against the banister right now and occasionally looks up at JP like, can you believe this? He's just like this. I did not leave the monarchies years ago. Came back worried about your behind, and now I'm sitting up here looking at Naga Yagas. She just has this disturbed expression. She says, did anyone from Cimeric attend her party?
Yes.
Which one was it? Isabella is Angora.
No, it was Charles von Cimeric, the son of Brique.
Yes.
And just for my knowledge, would Eartha be familiar with Charles von Cimeric, age-wise?
Oh, I was like, I assume Eartha's familiar with everybody.
Yeah.
Are you trying to figure out like how old he is?
Mm-hmm.
Or are we asking if you were close in age?
Close in age.
Okay. Let me see. So Charles is let's see. Brique's kind of older middle-aged cat. He's a former wanderer and like blunt, brash, fiery orator, more like Paws dirty kind of Cimeric cat. So Charles is, I would say, around Marius's age.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, that's within that range. So Arthur's just gonna look to JP. I'm going to go get my stuff, and then I'm going to go find someone that can deliver a letter to the wonderful representative of Cimeric who attended my party yesterday. You are welcome to join me. There may be targets there. I don't know. And she just stomps up the stairs.
And I think that's a wonderful place to stop for tonight.
I just want to
Yaga.
say really quickly, the quickest of things
Yeah.
is that all Marius was going to say, as he probably started cleaning up as well, because he's gotten that from Erasmus, is I would have rather been married than do some shit like this. And that almost happened. That's literally all he was going to say, just mumbling.
So, like we do every week, stick around, we're going to end with a raid, but first we are going to hear what is going on in every character's mind, followed by where we can find their player. So, Eartha, it's your house, and you are going up to write a letter. Tell us what's going on in your head.
You're muted.
Silent spell.
Silence.
Yep, she's just trying to be as quiet as possible at her writing. But she's... It's a brief. The day started. It was stormy outside, and the kippers were just on the side of being a little bit too raw. That is how it all started. I should have stayed in bed, covers over my head, waiting for JP to eventually walk through the door and ask me when the meeting is. That's what I should have done, but no. I came out of my room. I went to the stairs to talk to Mr. Raspberry himself and his wonderful companion to find out someone had snuck in my house. That's when I should have gone back to bed, but I did not. No, I decided to play the host. I not only went into the mind of another creature, something I said I would never do, I also went into the memories of another creature, something I should not have done. And now I know more than I knew when I started, and I know more than I want to know. How did I get here? I left Pugmire to get away from this stuff. Now I'm dealing with cat dragons and pet snakes that shoot oh god, the damage. I must find someone to repair the roof. Oh, this is my life. Here I am. That's where the spring. And I'm Honey, aka Honey and Dice. I run games, I play games, I write games. And basically I'm everybody's biggest cheerleader. I want to remind everyone to love your you, surround yourself by people who celebrate your successes and support you through your challenges. And if that's hard today for whatever reason, that's okay, because it's okay to not be okay. If you're working on anything that you're proud of, I'm proud of you too. If you're working on anything that you're struggling with, you can do it. I believe in you. And remember to love your you, because I love you.
Baguette, what's going through your head?
I won't say she's excited, because it's not like happy excitement, but her brain has kicked over into thinking about what she knows, what the implications are. Like that touches on something that, like, okay, this is something I can do. I got this. Okay, right. So she's, in work mode. She's wondering if there's a library nearby that she can have access to. And she's thinking about how to spy a little bit discreetly on House Cimric, because she doesn't think she can penetrate the defenses of Nagiaga, but maybe she can learn more about House Cimric. She's got a little bit of magic at her disposal that might help her learn more. So she's thinking about that. So we'll see. But yeah, so if you want to see me be a non-dog cleric, I write games, I play games, I do all this stuff, and tomorrow I'll be on Featherfall Tabletop being a Twilight cleric of the Moonweaver, as my party and I romp around Wildmount. So come and check me out. Otherwise, just follow me on Twitter to see some new stuff coming out soon. So that's it.
Marius, you would rather be married than do this. What's going on in your
Yes.
head?
And that was, I mean, it's kind of the random shit he's just mouthing off. But yeah, very much a. And honestly, the worst part is that while normally it's just like inside everyone's mind, he's literally probably just muttering these things as he's cleaning up. And yeah, it's, I seriously, I could have, I was almost married. Didn't happen. Would have been much better than this. Don't like this. Why are we? Okay, great. Cool. And in his mind, he's still thinking about, with every hour passing with this group, more things that are forcing him to do things, more things that are forcing him to not necessarily take a stand, but be more active than he wishes to be. And that's whatever. He partially wonders what Erasmus and his mother talked about, but he never asked. But he always has that wonder. And that fucking voice still sounds familiar. Like, I know I've heard it, but I've heard it before. And yeah, that's really where he's at. He's actually okay in comparison to the last the day before. Literally the last 8 hours before. And yeah, that's where he's at. Trying to think of anything else. No, that's really, he's kind of playing along, not playing along, but he's with Erasmus. That means he's there. He probably says things when he shouldn't say them, but that's always going to be Marius. And yeah, past that, hi, I'm Omega Jones, also known as the Critical Bard. You can find me everywhere at Critical Bard. Most important things that are happening this week. Nothing really throughout the week. However, this is D&D Celebration Weekend over on the Wizards D&D channel. On Friday, you can catch me playing with Rivals of Waterdeep. I will say that he is an undead warlock. I'm very excited to play them. And on Saturday, I am hosting a panel on what it means to be a bard. I am the moderator, and my panelists are Eugenio Vargas, Lauren Urban from D&D Beyond, the opera geek herself, Kelly Butler, and Christina Ariel, who you can catch tomorrow on Dimension 20 as Pirates of Leviathan is premiering. So check that out as well. That's my slight shout out for her. And you can also catch me Saturday mornings on Open for Adventure for the Ashes of Asmarin as we struggle. Best way to put that one. It's a dark campaign. Yeah, that's me.
Jean-Pierre, what's going through your mind?
Jean-Pierre is just thinking, wow, this is all a bunch of horse shit. I do not care about any of this. And is just thinking next steps and thinking about connecting the dots between Marius and Trillian and his next moves with that. Because Jean-Pierre sees an opportunity, not a violent one. And for Cameron, you can find me at the Twitter handle below my face. The Kickstarter for a project I wrote for the retail restaurants and retail expansion for Monsters of Merca just hit our third stretch goal. I wrote a bunch of silly jokes about Nickelodeon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Paul Bunyan. So please check that out. And yeah, also I want to boost Motherlands RPG on Cypher Tears channel. It's going to be coming out October 4th. I'm super excited to watch myself, so I really recommend it to anyone else who's interested.
Erasmus.
Hello. As always, Erasmus's final thoughts are pretty short and to the point. And while initially it was some interest and intrigue as what the heck was that box about and who really was so concerned about killing that cat of all people. But after after Baguette's whole explanation there, based on what Eartha saw, he just went off to clean himself up, thinking, "What the hell are they on about?" And slightly concerned about Marius's opening his mouth too much. But anyway, hi. I am Alan C. Johnson. You can find me at Twitter, at Narlo Jenkins, where I do writing, voice work, and all sorts of other fun stuff. Only project I have right now is currently in the works and can't talk about it, so don't worry about it. Check out everyone else.
And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jess. You know who I am. My name's below my face. And come back on Friday. Three Flings is going to be back. We are playing Verdant Corruption by David Markuski. And be sure to join us again next Tuesday for episode 5 of Paws and Claws Lost Tales of Pugmire. Right now, we are going to go raid off the table. They're playing Masks, and that sounds fun to me. So hang on just a second. Let's get cracking. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday with us. We love you so much, and we wish you a wonderful, safe, happy evening. Bye, everybody.